Okay, in this fourth video, I'd like to show you how to set assignments and also how to mark assignments. It's worth stating at this point that it's really well worthwhile you setting up a fake student account so that you can actually test how the student sees what you're doing, and you can test the interactions, particularly with regards to marking and giving feedback, and you can see how that works for the students. Puts you in a strong position. So if we click on assignment here, we can then type in an assignment title, and then we need to put a description in there. Now, in the description, you really want to be giving them an instruction as to what to do, not only around the work itself, but also in explaining that they need to turn in the work by clicking on the turn in button. And it's also worth stating the date, as well as the fact that you put the date in on this section here. So in here we might just give a quick description. Okay, that should do. Sorry, I'm such a slow typist. So if we click on the due date, which is the 30th, and we could attach a video. So it might be that you're asking them here to respond to a video, and you might just be asking them to respond by replying as you would in Facebook or on most popular news websites where you can actually post a comment. So if you were clicking on to attach a file, and I'm going to struggle to find a file now, so let's say that's our Word document there. Again, you can attach a piece of work from your library, and at this point you might actually schedule this. So you might be producing several assignments for a group. You might be getting them done at the start of the year, and you might be putting all your extended learning in or homeworks, and you want them to be released once a week. So that's what the schedule button's about there. Check that you've actually got it set to the right group, and you send that assignment. Now we've got our file there, we've got our instruction. At the moment, nobody's turned in. The moment the student turns in their homework or the assignment, then it would appear as 1, 2, 3, however many people you've got in your group that have turned in. Okay, the next thing I'd like to show you is the quiz. So if we click on quiz and create a quiz, you'll notice just to the right of that, you can, if you've created a quiz beforehand, you can load that up. But we're going to go to create a quiz. You've got a number of different formats of quiz. We've got the multiple choice, true, false, short answer, fill in the blank. It's worth noticing, it's worth mentioning that with the fill in the blank, that it's important that students use the exact word. So that's worth thinking about, because if they add an S to a word and you haven't put that S in, then they will be marked as incorrect. So if we just go for a true false, and in fact no, I'm not going to go for true false, I think I'm going to go for multiple choice, and then we go add first question. So put our question in there. Once again, there's the chance here to ask a question about a link, so you could link in a YouTube video or a file or an image, and then we put in our responses. Now I've just asked a ridiculous question there, but the responses you can put in several, so we add response. Clearly they're going to know their correct age, but you can choose the correct answer like that. You can set the time limit, and you can also give the quiz a name. And finally you can preview it, and you can assign the quiz. So if I assign quiz, you can see it's ready here now. It's called How Old Are You? You've got to put in the due date, so let's make that 30th as well. And then if you want the marks to automatically go into a grade book, that can also happen by doing that. And then finally we can send it. If, however, you think, I'd like to add some more in, you can go back and you can edit your quiz, and you can remove the question, or you can add further questions in by clicking here or loading in a question you've got. So we'll go back to assign quiz, and finally just going to put that in again, add to gradebook. I'm sure there should be an option actually that allows you to decide whether you want the pupils to see the results as they go through, and I couldn't see that for some reason. I'm going to look one more time. There we go. Show students their results immediately. So if you've got pupils working alongside one another and you don't want the answers to display because they might copy from one another, then just untick that. And for the third time I'm going to assign that, and once again choose the date, add to gradebook, send to Minecraft, and that is the quiz done. And in a similar way to the assignments, the turn-ins or the completed quizzes will appear here, and you can click on that and go into the individual students and see their scores. This is a really nice function because it will also give the option of displaying pie charts, which will give results of the top students, of the students in general. There's a list, and also it will give you pie charts to show which questions were answered and which questions students struggled with. And I think I'm going to stop at that point there. It's difficult to show you the quiz unless you've got pupils actually signed up and having completed that. So we'll show you some of those interactions later on.